When you think about buying a used car that will last 300,000 miles without breaking a sweat, your brain probably goes straight to Toyota or Honda. We're going to look at the best used Mazda to buy, focusing on the most reliable models and the specific years that offer the greatest bang for your buck. We're going to break down the Skyactiv technology, the secret sauce transmissions, and the common pitfalls you need to avoid when shopping. Let's count them down. Coming in at number 6 is the Mazda CX-9 2016 to 2021. Now, this is a very interesting entry in the best Mazda to buy used category because it represents a massive shift for the brand. Before 2016, the CX-9 used a Ford-sourced V6, but from 2016 onwards, Mazda went all in on their own 2.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder. When we talk about the most reliable three-row SUVs, the CX-9 often flies under the radar. Most people are cross-shopping the Honda Pilot or the Toyota Highlander. But here's why the CX-9 is one of the best Mazda cars for families. It doesn't drive like a bus. It's light, it's nimble, and the interior, especially in the Grand Touring and Signature trims, legitimately rivals Audi and Volvo. The heart of this vehicle is the Skyactiv G 2.5T. It's a torque-first engine. You get 310 pound-feet of torque down low, which makes it feel effortless in city traffic. In terms of years, the 2016 and 2017 models were the pioneers, and they were remarkably solid. However, if you want the best used Mazda to buy in this segment, look at the 2018 to 2021 range. By 2018, they added more sound deadening and refined the infotainment. On early models, 2016 to 2017, keep an ear out for any coolant leaks near the cylinder head. It wasn't a universal issue, but it's something to check the service records for. Also, because this is a heavy vehicle with a turbo engine, oil change intervals are non-negotiable. If you find one with a documented history of 5,000-mile oil changes, you're looking at one of the most reliable long-distance cruisers on the market. At number 5, we have the enthusiast's darling, the Mazda MX-5 Miata 2016 to present, specifically the ND generation. If you're looking for the best used Mazda to buy for pure smiles per gallon, this is it. The Miata is consistently ranked as one of the most reliable vehicles in the world, not just among sports cars, but across all models. Why? Because it follows the simplicity is genius rule. It's a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter engine in a car that weighs about as much as a heavy backpack. There's no complex air suspension, no massive heavy batteries, just pure mechanical harmony. When looking at the best Mazda cars in the Miata lineup, there's a clear divide in the years. From 2016 to 2018, the ND1, you had 155 horsepower. In 2019, Mazda updated the engine to produce 181 horsepower and gave it a 7,500 RPM redline. If your budget allows, the 2019 models are the ones to get. That extra power completely changes the character of the car. Miatas are often second cars. This means on the used market, you will find 5- or 6-year-old cars with only 20,000 miles that have been garage kept. It's one of the few vehicles where you can buy it used, drive it for 3 years, and sell it for almost what you paid. That's the definition of the best Mazda to buy used. Early 2016 models had some minor issues with the manual transmission, V1 transmissions, but most have been replaced under warranty. Beyond that, these cars are bulletproof. Just watch for modified cars. You want a stock one that hasn't been abused at a local autocross every weekend. Number 4 is a relatively new player, but it's already established itself as one of the best Mazda cars for the modern era. The Mazda CX-30, 2020 to 2023. Mazda realized that some people found the CX-3 too small and the CX-5 a bit too big. The CX-30 is the Goldilocks subcompact SUV. It's based on the Mazda 3 platform, which means it handles beautifully, but it gives you that elevated seating position that American drivers love. Is it most reliable? Absolutely. By the time 2020 rolled around, Mazda had perfected the 2.5-liter Skyactiv G engine. It's a non-turbo unit in the base trims, which makes it one of the most reliable setups you can buy. No turbo means less heat and fewer components to fail at the 100,000-mile mark. In terms of the best used Mazda to buy in this category, look for the Select or Preferred trims. You get the blind spot monitoring and the nicer wheels without the high price tag of the turbo model. For the years 2020 and 2021, these cars are coming off lease right now in droves. This creates a buyer's market where you can snag a certified pre-owned unit with a great warranty. The only downside to the CX-30 is the thick plastic cladding on the exterior. Some people love the rugged look, others don't. But if you can get past that, you're getting a cabin that feels like a baby Bentley. It's easily one of the best Mazda to buy used if you live in a city and need something easy to park but sturdy enough for a weekend trip to the mountains. Coming in at number 3 is a car that I'm personally very sad to see gone from the new car showrooms, the Mazda CX, 2015 to 2021. This is the hidden gem of the used car market. While everyone is rushing to buy SUVs, the mid-size sedan market is where the deals are hidden. The Mazda CX is one of the best Mazda cars ever produced in terms of balance. It's professional, it's sleek, and it's surprisingly durable. If you want the most reliable version, stick to the 2015 to 2017 years. These use the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter engine paired with the traditional 6-speed automatic. No CVT rubber band feeling here, just crisp, reliable shifting. In 2018, Mazda gave the CX a massive facelift. They added a turbo option in a much more luxurious interior. Because sedans have lost popularity, the depreciation on a Mazda CX is steeper than on a CX-5. This is great news for you. You can get a 2018 or 2019 Mazda CX Grand Touring with leather, sunroof, and premium audio for the price of a base model used Corolla. I highly recommend the 2018 to 2021 models. Even though the engine got more complex, with the addition of cylinder deactivation on some trims, the overall build quality is top tier. It is a solid, stylish mid-size sedan that offers longevity and a grown-up driving experience. If you do a lot of highway commuting, this is the best Mazda to buy used to save your back and your wallet. We've reached number 2, and it's the backbone of the brand, the Mazda 3 2014 through 2020. Whether you choose the sedan or the sexy hatchback, the Mazda 3 is a masterclass in how to build a small car. When people ask me for the best Mazda cars for students or first-time buyers, I always point them here. But it's also a favorite for people who just want a high-quality, fuel-efficient daily driver. The 2014 through 2018 generation, the BM and BN series, is widely considered one of the most reliable compact cars ever made. Specifically, the 2018 model years are the sweet spot. It was the final year of that generation, meaning every single bug had been worked out. It still had the independent rear suspension, which made it handle like a dream. In 2019, the Mazda 3 became even more premium. It got all-wheel drive as an option and a world-class interior. However, it moved to a torsion beam rear suspension. For 99% of drivers, you won't notice, but for the zoom enthusiasts, the 2018 is the best used Mazda to buy. If you're looking at the best Mazda to buy used, check the paint. Mazda's Soul Red is beautiful but notorious for being thin and prone to rock chips. A used Mazda 3 with a clear bra or ceramic coating is a huge plus. Also, look at the 2.5-liter over the 2.0-liter if you can. The fuel economy difference is negligible, but the power difference is massive. This is one of the top models for anyone who wants Toyota reliability with a much more expensive feel. And here we are, number 1. If you've spent any time researching the best Mazda cars, you knew this was coming. The CX-5 2017 to 2021 is, quite simply, the best used Mazda to buy for the average American consumer. The CX-5 is Mazda's best seller for a reason. It hits the perfect intersection of utility, style, and mechanical longevity. While the RA4 is rugged and the CR-V is spacious, the CX-5 is nice. It's the kind of car you feel proud to valet at a nice restaurant, but you can still throw a muddy dog in the back. The CX-5 uses the tried-and-true formula. Under the hood of the most popular models is the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine paired with a real 6-speed torque converter automatic. This transmission is a tank. It doesn't have the hunting issues of 9-speed transmissions or the droning issues of CVTs. This is a set-it-and-forget-it car. But it does have a few quirks. If you get an AWD model, make sure to change the rear differential fluid every 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Some owners have reported ghost touching on the older infotainment screens, but there are cheap fixes for that. Overall, the CX-5 is the most reliable bet for anyone who wants a premium SUV experience without the premium repair bills. So, there you have it. Mazda has proven that you don't have to sacrifice style or driving dynamics to get a vehicle that will last a decade. By sticking to high-quality materials and proven mechanical designs, they've created a lineup of models that are perfect for the smart used car shopper. A most reliable car only stays that way if it's been cared for.